Welcome to a new video and a new trap. And the game started with e4, c5, the Sicilian defense. Knight f3, knight c6, d4, cd4, knight d4, g6, bishop e3, bishop g7, knight c3. And this is the accelerated dragon variation for the Sicilian defense. Knight f6, bishop c4. Till now, everything according to theory, main line. Queen to a5, and f3 from white side. And as we mentioned in earlier or in a previous video, f3 is unnecessary in this position, and so is queen to d2. So it's not good to play f3 or queen to d2. Maybe castling is good instead. So queen to b4, and this is the main reason for playing queen to a5 and trying to attack the bishop on c4 and the pawn on b2, and exerting pressure again along the file from h8 to a1. So now bishop to b3, knight takes e4, excellent tactic play. Knight takes e4, and knight take c6. In case of f take e4, and this is somehow interesting, but not so special. If bishop takes d4, bishop takes d4, queen d4, and queen to f3, and this is unclear position. Maybe it's better than what happened in the game. Another line, if knight takes d4, a3, queen to d6, castles, rook to f2, knight take b3, queen d6, e takes d6, and c take b3, and this is also unclear position. So in the game, white chose to play knight takes c6, and also it cannot be a good move after now opening this diagonal for the bishop, and also the knight and the queen exerting more pressure on c3 knight. So bishop takes c3 check, b takes c3, queen takes c3, king to e2, d takes c6, and bishop to d4, trying to trap the queen. Okay, fine, e5, and bishop takes c3, knight takes c3. Also, we can gain our queen back. King to f2, knight takes d1, rook takes d1, and as we notice that black, after this many trade of pieces, he is 2 pawns up. So castles, rook e1, rook to e8, f4, bishop g4, attacking the rook d6, e takes f4, rook f6, rook take e1. Of course, when you are up material, so you should exchange some pieces. King take f1, e1, rook e8, king d2, bishop e6, of course, trading more pieces. Rook to f4, bishop takes b3, a take b3, king g7, and now it's matter of technique, how to win this position. 6 pawns against 4, and this is normally it's easy win for strong players, and this game from the Olympiad, so it should be easy for the players to win this game, especially the black player. Rook to e4, rook to e7, rook d8, h5, of course, now start to push the pawns, c4, c5, and now this backward pawn is weak, g3, b6, king d3, king f6, h3, king g5, trying to advance more and exchanging some pieces to create the best pawn on the king side. Rook to d5 check, king f6, rook d6 check, king e5, and rook to d8. King to f6, rook d6, king g7. Of course, hiding the queen, hiding the king from the checks of the rook. Rook to d8, rook e1, rook to a8, rook to g3, rook to g1, sorry. And now black choose to exchange the a7 pawn for the g3 pawn. Of course, and now 3 against 1, it's better. Rook takes a7, rook takes g3, king to c2, rook e3, rook to d7, g5, rook to d5, and king to g6, protecting, of course, and escorting the pawns to advance. Before c takes b4, rook to b5, and rook to c3 check, and now black will win more material now after the king moves, like to d2, rook takes c4, and rook takes c6, f6, and 4 pawns against 1, and this is uh, surely winning for black and easy win for black. So this is our video, and this is the trap, this is the blunder or the bad move from white side, is to play the f3 in this position. f3 is a blunder. f3 is a weak move in this position. If you play against the accelerated dragon, f3 is a bad move in this position. Thank you for watching and see you next video and next trap. Bye.